hell are you? For people who don't know who Sean Stephenson is, let's just start there. Just do it. What's your 30-second commercial? Putting you on the spot.
I'm Mike Koenig's best friend.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
So most people know me from the 23 years of being a professional speaker and an online personality with hundreds of millions of views on my videos around the world.
Oh, go on. You brag. And you're bashful.
Oh, stop it. My mission on this planet is to rid the world of insecurity. I think that insecurity is crippling, far worse than any physical disability or emotional challenge we might deal with. The insecurities are stopping the human race from getting along and from living out their true potential. So that's my crusade.
Bam. So let's talk a little bit about, what are you most excited about right now? I mean, there's a lot of funky stuff going on in our world, politically, news-wise, business-wise. We're going through a massive transition. But what are you doing right now that you're super excited about, that's making a difference? You're seeing an impact already that you're getting behind fully.
Sure. So I am gathering, and I call it assembling an army of world thought leaders, individuals who have messages that they have cultivated over the course of maybe decades, careers where they have a body of knowledge on solving problems, and they now want to learn how to package that information and that wisdom and that in-depth research into podcasts, into live speaking engagements, webinars. And so my goal is to teach people how to package their messaging so that they become as viral as they possibly can be. And what's working best right now? If you just kind of look through it from your client perspective right now, if you have a story of something interesting, recent that's been ass kicking cool. Sure. So a lot of my clients, you and I both know, we're friends with high-level entrepreneurs who have awesome, presence in their industry, but they want to dominate as a speaker, and they want to get a speaking career off the ground where they're able to get their message through a live format. And working with individuals, Isabel Price.
Oh, Price. Okay.
Isabel Price. She's worked with me now for a few months, putting together her material. She's very big online, and now I'm helping her go offline and do more speaking engagements. I have something called a keynote creation, where I spend a whole day with somebody here in my office, and I interview them. I get the best nuggets of wisdom out of them and help them facet it to something that can be both profitable and based on their mission.
Got it. So I gotta put you on the spot again. If I want you to tell one of your craziest stories that's ever happened to you. Can you think of one? So here's the thing. One of my favorite questions is, tell me something interesting, bizarre, or strange about you nobody else knows about. Now, you and I have talked about a lot of interesting, bizarre, and strange things, but think through the craziest thing that's ever happened to Sean Stephenson.
I know exactly what it is.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, back in my single days. I don't know if you know this. Back in my single days, Buddy and I, we met up with these two ladies, and we went over to one of the girls' houses. We were in our mid-20s, and he paired off with one girl, I paired off with another. My wife does not like this story too much, and so I upset.
She's not the same. She's not sitting in the same room as you right now, is she?
No, that's why I'm telling you.
Sweet.
So I pair off with one girl, he pairs off with another, and I upset the girl that I'm with. She gets upset. She says, I'm leaving. So she leaves me, but now I'm on the couch. I'm not in my wheelchair, and I'm in a stranger's basement, and I'm sitting there. It's probably 2 a.m, and I hear steps coming downstairs, and I look around, and I see on the walls all these family photos, and I realize I'm in that other girl's house, in her family home, and it's the father coming downstairs. So I curl up into a ball, and I throw a blanket over me, and I pretended to be a pillow for the next 30 minutes while he sat on the couch right next to me and watched an episode of MASH.
Nice.
Yeah, so the whole time I was thinking in my own head, what am I going to say if he lifts up the blanket? And the only viable response that I could think of would be, have you seen me Lucky Charms?
That's right. So, so the whole thing is, and again, contextually, some people who haven't met you before.
Yeah.
You're how tall?
3 feet tall. I'm in a wheelchair, as you can see. The back of my wheelchair is there. And so I can't walk. So my buddy had put me on the couch, and now I was stranded on the couch, sitting under a blanket, holding on to my breath, taking the shallow little breaths as not to notify the man sitting right next to me.
Disturb the peace, as it were.
And you know, that has nothing to do with any of my credentials, and it probably lowers my...
No, I think it raises it. I'm thinking the whole time, God, the rest of this stuff's so boring. We got to... No, I'm just messing with you, man. So, no, there is something... From a we'll make this an educational segment now too. So yeah, I mean, you've been kicking ass online. You've got a lot of Facebook Live stuff, and you were doing Facebook Live and actually getting results sooner than most people I know. You were one of the first people who were really kicking it. So right now, over the past few months, have there been any changes, tweaks, anything that you've been doing that have gotten both have helped you build an audience, engage it, or gotten some significant results that you could kind of formulaically lay out that someone could listen to and go, yeah, I could do that. So do you have a yummy nugget for folks?
Yeah, I do. I always have yummy nuggets for you. You know that.
Bam!
Skimming. I call it skimming, scraping, whatever you want to call it. But when you do Facebook Live, don't just do the Facebook Live. Lead them to a webinar. So what I do is I will... put together a webinar using a third-party service, not a Facebook Live, and then I will go on Facebook Live and I will promote that this webinar is about to start. You got to register. You got to go over to the opt-in page. You got to put in your email address so you can be a part of this webinar. And then what I will do is I will unplug the microphone. I will put a sign up in front of the camera so you can see me in the background, my profile talking, but you can't hear me. But the sign says to join this webinar, and then I give the link to join the webinar. So I keep the Facebook Live people live, but they can't hear anything, and that drives human beings nuts. So then they hop over to the webinar, and once they hop over to the webinar, they're opting in to our list to learn more. Plus, we get rid of the majority of the knuckleheads that are just there to talk crap. And so it's really a great thing that when you do it consistently, you continue to grow your list, and then you are the keeper of the list. Facebook's wonderful. We've got almost 1 million followers now, but I will tell you, if I had 1 million email addresses, I would be in a much better position. Mm-hmm. So now what we're doing is we're growing our list from Facebook over to a Sean-controlled place.
Right on. So, the one thing I'll add that I'm going to plus it. I did something recently, and you actually gave me the inspiration for this back when you did when you lost your voice and you had the little cards and you told your story with the cards. That was a really good idea. So I did one recently where I printed off. That cup's almost as big as you.
It's bigger.
So what I did is I printed out a bunch of signs, and I did kind of like a paper slideshow. But I was sitting in my car, not driving, and I had a couple of links on it, and it got an enormous amount of engagement. Really, really good. So thank you for that idea.
You're welcome. The reason why I think that works, and it's a time-tested technique, and it's because people are scrolling, right? They have their phone out, they're at work, and they're just looking, and when they see something that's easy to read, and it's personable and grabs their attention, excuse me, I gotta sneeze, they want to go look at it. They want to find out what it's all about.
Right.
So that has been our biggest, most viewed video of all time. It's been viewed over 250 million times.
Nice. That's amazing. Yeah, it is. So, well, let's leave this with one last big takeaway, which is where should people go to learn more about you and maybe get something from you? And I'll bring that up on the screen right now. What's the link?
So you can go to SeanStephenson.com /social smash, and you're gonna get a free copy of my human connection formula.
Woo-hoo, right there.
Yep, exactly. The human.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that well-cropped video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no cords, nothing. So the human connection formula. It's a video teaching my 9-step process to getting incredible engagement with your audience, moving them emotionally, getting them to laugh, getting them to cry, and getting them to take action. And it took me 23 years of speaking to figure out this formula.
Nice.
And I was absolutely free.
That's great.
To Mr. Mike Koenigs.
Thank you, man. Well, you know, it's too bad that you came out with this with 9 steps, because I just came out one that's 7 steps. And it's the 7-step formula.
Those 2 extra steps are what separate me.
Okay. I'll tell you what, you're always 2 better. You're always 2 better. Well, well, here's what I'm going to do. Let's head on over again to SeanStephenson.com/social smash. Check out Sean's cool stuff. I appreciate you. Don't go anywhere right now, Sean. But anything else you want to let our friends or say to our friends before we let you go? Cut the cord, so to speak.
Yeah. Keep following Mike Koenigs. He keeps bringing value to the world, and you're on the right place if you're listening to him.
Thanks, brother. I'll talk to you in a little bit, but don't go anywhere. Here we go. That's Sean Stephenson, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching.